What's up guys? It's Caroline. Welcome to another video. Last time I did a Q&A video I was literally 15. Since I was 15 a lot of new people have come across my channel or my page or my music or whatever. So I thought I would just film a general get to know me Q&A sort of YouTube video to just have on the channel. So last night I put on my Instagram story for people to like ask questions and stuff, so grab yourself a snack, get comfy. Also, I haven't really talked about this much, but as you can see I'm wearing a sweatshirt with my name on it. I have a bunch of merch available on my website if you want to check it out, if you want to get the same hoodie as mine. It's really comfy. Go check it out, CarolineDareMusic.com. So a lot of people have asked when I started singing and songwriting and all that stuff. So growing up as a little girl, I always enjoyed singing, but I never liked singing in front of people, especially my parents. The only time I would really sing in front of people would be in front of my friends on the bus, like on the way to school. But that rarely happened. I always liked singing by myself, in my room alone, where I thought that nobody could hear me. So growing up I always loved music and everything, but I was just kind of scared to show it. I started playing guitar when I was 11. I got a guitar of my own for my 11th birthday, and then about half a year later I ventured out into songwriting because I was playing guitar and I was like, I want to do more than just play guitar. So I tried out songwriting and I really loved it. Growing up I always wrote stories and poems and stuff, but I never wanted to be an author or anything. So when I kind of discovered that songwriting was a thing, that clicked very well with me because I had always been a very musical child. So I started performing and stuff when I was 11. A lot of people also ask about my songwriting process, and I have talked about this before. I will just say that my process is not the same every single time. It always changes. Just because I do something a certain way doesn't mean that it'll work for everybody else. Yeah, my process always differs and varies. It kind of just depends. I will say though that I'm a very melodic writer, meaning that I can come up with melodies very fast. I don't really have to try very hard to come up with melodies. It just comes very easily to me. So oftentimes I will come up with melodies and music first before I work on the lyrics, but sometimes that changes. Sometimes I have a line or an idea, lyric idea, before I have anything else. What's being vegan like? Are you enjoying it? Do you feel you have less energy? I really enjoy being plant-based. If you didn't know, I don't eat any animal products or anything, and I've been doing that for almost 2.5 years. I have a very sensitive digestive system, so yeah, being plant-based has kind of allowed me to figure out what works for my body and what doesn't. I feel very great, and it's gotten me excited about learning how to cook and prepare my own meals. Have you been depressed? If so, how did you deal with it? I have been depressed. When I was 15, I went through a bit of a depression, but when I look back on that time, I was not taking care of myself properly, and I wasn't prioritizing things the way that I should, and I wasn't managing my time, and it was just a downward spiral that I just couldn't get myself out of. But I really made an effort to make some lifestyle changes and really take the time to put myself first. And I think that's so important, is to put yourself first. It's easy to forget to take care of yourself, especially if you've got a lot going on and there's a lot going on around you. I also am getting asked a lot how did I deal with my depression? Back then I watched a lot of Netflix and I watched a lot of YouTube videos, and I didn't really do anything productive, so I really don't recommend doing that. I love taking long walks outside and just getting myself outside, just getting myself to do something, get out of the house, get out of my room, because I feel lately I just feel my room is just a little bit of a toxic place sometimes, just because I'm in here literally all the time. So when I can, I just try to get outside, go to a coffee shop, go get lunch with a friend, talk to somebody, FaceTime a friend, And don't bottle up your emotions. You need to talk about how you feel. It's so important. What's the hardest part about being a singer-songwriter? This may just be like the perfectionist in me, but sometimes I feel like I'm just not as good as I want to be or as I can be. So I can be really hard on myself a lot, and I need to give myself some credit, and I feel like I don't do that. So that can be really hard, is just not feeling like you're good enough. I don't really compare myself to anybody. I just view myself as my own competition. I really want to like keep bettering myself and everything, which kind of leads me to like feeling like I'm not as good as I wish I could be. What's your favorite thing about songwriting? As a songwriter, I love being able to say literally whatever I want. I'm a very observant person and I don't like confrontation. I internalize a lot of things and I have to process what people say and just think about it. I'm really not good at standing up for myself like on the spot. I take what people say and I think about it and I process it. Writing is just a great way to kind of just like get everything off my chest, because I've been homeschooled, and so I don't hang out with friends nearly as much as I used to, and so sometimes it can get a little lonely. So when I like need to get something off my chest, I can just turn to writing and say everything that I want to. And I think another cool thing about songwriting is just being able to say things that a lot of people are really scared to talk about, and so I like to challenge those ideas and talk about all that stuff in my writing. Are you ever planning on dating someone? If so, what kind of person do you like? I am not dating anybody, and I have never dated anybody. And while I'm here in North Carolina, I don't think I am going to be dating anybody because I'm planning on moving to Nashville in July. So like I'm kind of going to be going away anyway, so I'm not really looking for anybody. Honestly, I just believe that the right person will come at the right time. I'm not actively looking for anybody, if that makes sense, but I do know what I like in people. I love people who have ambition. I love genuine people, loyal people, obviously. I love people who are positive and active and love life and just have a general positive outlook on life and are able to just inspire me to better myself too. Favorite food? I love almond butter. Oh my gosh, I love almond butter. I also love grapefruit right now too. Shout out to grapefruit. What is your biggest achievement in your career so far? I thought that was a good question to answer because I haven't done like a Q&A in a long time. In my career right now, I think that my biggest achievement was signing a management deal. I've got management now and I'm like so happy that I have like a whole entire team in Nashville. They have a branch in Nashville and they also have a branch in LA. So hopefully I'll venture out into the LA side of things eventually. But right now, I'm just like so happy that I've got kind of like a family in Nashville. So when I move there, I won't just be there alone like without knowing anybody. I'll have like that whole support system and they believe in me so much. I'm just so thankful to have my management team in my life because they've just opened the doors to so many other cool things that I really want to do. Also, having a management deal has also just inspired me and just such a huge motivator for me. Which guitar company do you prefer? Which company do you use? I've always used Taylor guitars. I've just always loved the quality, if that makes sense, and just like the sound of the acoustic Taylor guitar. I started playing on a Taylor guitar, and as I've gotten older, I've just adopted a few new babies into the family. How old are you? How has life been in Nashville? I just turned 18 a few weeks ago. My birthday was on April 4th. So it's all good. I still live in North Carolina as of right now, but I go to Nashville about once a month for maybe like 4 or 5 days or like a week at a time. I'm planning on moving permanently to Nashville in July, and I just recently finished all my high school classes, so I'm like done with school. I graduate in May, so now I got like a ton of time to focus on what I've been wanting to do my entire life. So life has been really great, and I've just been working with amazing people and getting a lot of stuff done. So be on the lookout, because I love what I've been writing and creating. So I can't wait to let you guys in on all that. What's your favorite thing to do in Nashville? Well, I love the food there. I love going to like the vegan, vegetarian restaurants and stuff and just trying some new things. I am going to try to go to a lot of different coffee shops because I am starting to really like coffee now. And Nashville just has like the coolest, most aesthetically pleasing coffee shops, so I'm trying to make my way around to different little coffee shops that I haven't been to before. And I also just love going to 12th Avenue South, walking around, going to the Gulch, walking around. How does it feel going from being a normal girl to being an artist? I think that being an artist has really required me to do a lot of self-reflection and self-discovery, and I have discovered so much about myself. I've really had to make an effort to really get to know myself and figure out what makes me stand out from everybody else. What is my purpose? Like, what am I really meant to do? What is the message that I need to convey, that I need to spread to my followers? What do they need? What else am I passionate about? What else can I do? What can I add on to what I'm already doing? Recently, I've really had to find out a lot about myself and be confident about what I want and what I stand for. What is your go-to Starbucks drink? I actually don't go to Starbucks that much. Because when I'm in Nashville, I like to go to all the local coffee shops because they're so dope. My typical like coffee order is just a regular Americano. I usually get it hot. I hope you guys enjoyed this little sit down, get to know me video. I love you guys so much. Alright, I'll see you sometime soon. Bye!